All right, welcome to the relationship show. I'm going to title this one something along the lines of like the magic key to tender or unrelated success. So this guy writes this post. I think I accidentally discovered the key to tender. He says exclamation points. So meaning like if he puts exclamation points on his messages to women, then it's like an automatic success. So essentially, he has this big paragraph, and it just like talks about he was failing for 4 years, and then gave up on Tinder, deleted his account, and then came back and created a new account, and now he's having much more success. He says, after downloading Tinder and creating a fresh new account, I decided to make a concerted effort to be excited when messaging new matches. Yeah, okay. So when you approach situations, it's like with an excitement, it's almost like people reciprocate with excitement. It happens with in person as well. It's like, especially in person, if you're excited to see someone, it becomes like um, almost makes the other person happy, if you will, or excited in their own sense as well. Um, but we'll continue on and go further. Easier for fellow extroverts, but hey, fake it until you make it. The difference was night and day. I've received maybe 25% more matches than when I was active previously. Okay, but so you're getting more success, but matches happen before you message a woman. And so it's like that communicates that you stepped your game up in the quality of pictures and the qualities of the pictures that the things you're communicating with choosing the pictures that you did. And it's almost like that to me seems to would be a bigger impact than what you're saying with just messaging people like exclamation points. It's like if they can see that you're attractive, if they're attracted to you, it's like that's probably a bigger, I don't know, a bigger form or whatever that makes them more attractive or gives them that response or that willingness and wanting to respond to you. He says, which is probably a combination of making my profile a bit punchier. He says, flirty with a lot more personality and whatever shenanigans the Tinder algorithm uses to match my new accounts. So yeah, he's made his profile better. The change that prompted me to make this post are the responses. Literally the difference between hello, period, all in quotes. So it's like he sends a girl hello with a period versus hello with an exclamation point. He says it has taken me from over 50% non-responsive matches to what has so far been 100% response rate. It's like 100% response rate from just saying hello. It's almost like you're playing with a very small pool of women, or you're messaging women that almost like you're playing down as far as like you might be like very well off as far as like social, economic. I don't know what you're conveying on your Tinder account, but you could be messaging women that are, I don't know, lowering your standards almost in who you're messaging. Um, because 100% response rate over long term, it just seems to be unlikely with just saying hello. It's getting difficult to keep up with all the conversations in between doing my day-to-day life stuff. So what is he doing though? It's like even though he's getting women to respond to him, he's not setting definite dates. He's just chit-chatting with them over the phone, which is taking up a bunch of his time. And so this doesn't really communicate the guy really knows or at least has some kind of plan to convert. I mean, what's the real point here? It's not to get a response or someone to say hello to you back. It's to get a date, it's to, meet up with someone in person. He's not mentioning anything about meeting up with anyone in person. He's just mentioning getting responses. And personally, I believe that you should really let the other person reach out to you first. It's like, especially with online dating, it's like your margin of error is so much lower compared to just meeting someone in person. So it's like if you start out chasing her It's like women already have their guard up from guys chasing. Like they've experienced guys who have taken chasing way too far or won't leave them alone, or, things along those lines, super needy behavior. And all that stuff's really a turnoff. It's like you want to chase women initially. You'll probably have to chase women initially, but you have to do it in a way that doesn't communicate chasing. And so how you do that is you set like definite dates. Don't reveal too much about yourself. You might talk like initially for a few minutes over the phone or over in chat. If it's like an online dating situation, because you want to qualify her if it's like someone who has a high level of interest in you and you'd actually like to go on a date with. But once you do that, you want to just basically get to the point and set definite dates, locations, time, lock it in. Don't do like call to confirm stuff. If she tries to get you to do call to confirm, just say like, well, I'm a busy guy. If you can't really commit to a definite date, then maybe we should do it another time. Because if call to confirm really communicates like less of a certainty. So you want to set up the date where it's like you don't have to do a call to confirm. He says, now a disclaimer, not all of these responses have been good and not all the conversations have been fruitful. But it's like, what's that mean to you? Like, what does fruitful mean to you? It's like, what's your outcome here? Because ideally it should be you getting on dates with these women. He says, but the chances of achieving whatever goals you have on Tinder get a lot higher when you can break. So it still comes from like a if then kind of mentality. It's like, oh, if I get this, or if I can get her to respond to me, then she'll like me, or if this, then this, or I can achieve my goals. It's like, just do it. Just achieve the goal. Boom, at one step. Get to the date in as few steps as possible. Get the outcome in as few steps as possible. Don't say, oh, if I just do this, then it'll be relate to this. Or if I just do this, then it'll relate to this. Or if I can get her to talk about her feelings first, or express my feelings first, or tell her all these things about me, then she'll like me, or then she'll get on a date with me. It's like, eliminate all that. Just say like minimum things about yourself that keeps her kind of wondering, and set definite dates. And ideally you want to set up your profile so that she messages you first. You just have a much higher success rate in converting if you get her to be the one chasing you initially. Okay, so yeah, a lot higher when you can break the conversation barrier much more consistently. I mean, if it's working for you, great. Then just keep replicating your success. So it's like, if you find something that works, keep replicating it and getting that result over and over again. But I would say for this guy, it's great that he got back into it. It's like he didn't quit. He had failed at first, failed for 4 years, quits. Well, he did, give up temporarily, but he got back up. And so he got back in the game, and now it's working for him as far as what his outcome is right now, which is really just getting responses, not necessarily getting actual dates, but it's a starting point. It's like he's breaking that ice. It's like concepts for like pickup, concepts for dating, concepts for relationship, they're different. So it's like, at least he's breaking the ice for getting like some kind of pickup setup. And so now to pick her up, it's like all he has to do at this point, once he gets her like talking, he can now set a definite date, and he's done with the pickup. And so it's like he's taken the first step. So I congratulate him on that. But I would say it has more to do with him improving his profile than it is with him switching, him saying hello with a period versus hello with a exclamation point. So that's my kind of 2 cents on that. I would just get women, if you can, ideally to chase you first by just setting up a really good profile.